This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 recall, exploding battery fiasco, whatever you want to call it. It's September 2nd, 2016, and it's funny, just the other day we had a Note 7 versus Note 5 Smackdown, and that was before Samsung had an official announcement about, well, the fact that they're going to recall the Note 7. So that's why we didn't talk about it, because there's a lot of rumors, folks, that go on the interwebs. And things get changed, you know. So we wait for Samsung to give us official word on this. And now I know each news source is picking up a little bit early in the day versus late in the day. We don't always know what's going on. So I'm going to try to put it all together so you have what you need to know. First off, as far as I know, you folks in Europe have just barely had this start shipping. So you probably don't have it in your hands, so you don't have to worry about sending it back. The battery inside is the problem. It's not the phone, it's not the charger, it's not the USB-C cable, it's the battery inside the phone. That was, you know, life was easier when we had removable batteries, right? They could just send you another battery, but it's sealed inside here. Batteries typically are made by battery making specialists. It's probably not made by Samsung. We don't know that, but there are companies that make batteries for a lot of different phones. Just like in the old laptop days, about 10 years ago, you might remember when Sony, who made laptops for all sorts of brands of laptops, not just their own, had a major recall of their batteries because they were going poof inside of laptops. Anyway, Samsung has battery factories in Korea and China. It seems that the bad batteries came from Korea. It seems that the battery recall does not extend to China, even though I think there was one exploding Samsung Galaxy Note 7 in China. In the United States, it's being recalled. If you got a hold of it, even if it's behaving fine, your carrier will give you a new one. Likewise, that should go for anywhere in the world. If you got it through your carrier, you should be able to exchange it when new ones are available. Samsung says it's going to take about 2 weeks or so. Or if you want, you can just return it and get your money back. They're waiving the restocking fee and all that usual stuff. And even if you're beyond your 14 days. Sprint will give you a loaner of a different kind of phone if you're afraid of using this phone. Should you be afraid of using this phone? Well, you know, I'll tell you what I think. What you do and your safety is up to you. It's been 35 phones out of millions that have been sold. It's not a pervasive problem. Samsung is stepping up to plate because, well, they think our safety is important, and because PR-wise it's even worse if people, you know, have their desks burned up by phones and stuff like that. Some other manufacturers might not have done this. It's hard to say. We would just have a battery gate otherwise. But when it comes to battery is the most volatile thing in here. It's a little pack of energy. It's better to play it safe. It's not like Bendgate where, you know, you're not going to get hurt if your phone bends or something like that. Your battery could go poop. It only happens when it's charging. It's not going to burn when it's in your pocket. It's not going to burn when you're making a phone call. It's not going to burn when you're watching your favorite YouTube video either. So if you do choose to keep a hold of it until a replacement is available from your carrier, which is what I'm going to do because mine, and this is the personal one that I bought right here, is behaving fine. It gets no more than a little bit warm when I charge it. It's not getting hot. So I'm going to hold on to it and keep an eye on it. Do not plug it in the charger overnight and leave it unattended. Keep an eye on it when you're charging it. Monitor the temperature to notice any anomalies. That's how I'm rolling with it. You can do whatever you see fit. If you're scared and worried about it, get your carrier as soon as you can and see if you can get a replacement, but you may have to make do with another phone. Otherwise, you are going to have to wait probably several weeks before the replacements are in stock. Now, this isn't the first time we've ever heard of phones going boom, really catching on fire. It's almost always the battery because, again, that's a little pack of energy in here, not anything else. Sometimes it could be due to fiddly cables or bad chargers, but, you know, in the history of phones, including iPhones and all other phones, it's happened. And if you're wondering what a Note 7 looks like that has actually caught fire, we have a picture from the interwebs so you can see what it looks like. And it's pretty gruesome. You know, the whole thing is kind of burnt out and all that sort of thing. So that's the scoop on this. And now hopefully you know what you can do. You can get it replaced. You can exchange it. You can just return it if you want to. Again, 35 out of millions sold. It doesn't mean it's going to for sure explode, burn up while you're charging it, but always better to be safe than sorry. So I'm glad Samsung stepped up to the plate to do the recall, even though this is going to be a black mark on an otherwise super fantastic phone. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more cool tech videos and hopefully not too many explanations about phone recalls.